I always wanted to grow sweet candle carrots, and I finally got the opportunity to do so, and I am not disappointed. That is fantastic. I am showing you the good side. There is a split down the back, but I'm not too worried about that. It's not going into a show. I'm very pleased. I've still got about a dozen more of these to pull, but they're going to have to wait. This flipping thing's going to last us all week. I'm certainly going to try this method of growing carrots again. It's worked very well for me. The sunflowers are starting to show their age, and even though there's one or two in full bloom, most of them are knackered. The first late summer storm of the year has caused one or two to take a tumble, and the spent ones are looking a little bit scraggly. Very shortly I'll be pulling this lot out and replanting this area of the garden with a permanent structure, and I'll show you that later down the road. For now though, even those knackered sunflowers have a very important job to do. There's no prizes for the tallest sunflower this year, but if there were, we got a couple here that are over 14 feet high that can be seen from the top of the cul-de-sac. Possible candidates for first prize in a category that doesn't exist. I think entries have to be in by October the 1st, and I got a sunflower here that might stand a chance in the big head category. This variety is either a Russian mammoth or a Kong, I'm not too sure. I don't want to measure it yet, as Nick has mentioned to me that the head may swell as the flower dies back, but we are getting close to the deadline. There is no category for the sunflower with the thickest stalk, but if there was, this one weighs in at close to 10 inches. Well, that's the last look at the sunflowers. Over the next week or so I think I'm going to rip them all out, but I've really enjoyed growing them this year. I wonder if there's a category for the best intro jingle. The tomatoes have been fantastic again this year, but the cooler nights are setting in now. We've got enough sources to last us through winter and spring, and so I'm just going to cut the vines. I'm going to throw all of the spent compost into a wheelbarrow, and this is going to be used to top up the rebuilt garlic bed that we're going to be planting up pretty soon. I'm going to leave the severed vines on the fence, and anyone or anything that wants them can help themselves. This grapevine seems to have done alright this year, and I'm not sure how long I've had it, either 3 years or 4 years, I'm not too sure, but the grapes taste absolutely delicious. I'm not sure how many grapes you need to make wine, but we're going to pick them all this week, and my father-in-law assures me that if there's enough, he's going to give it a go. While I was making this video, I just heard a big crack, and this big sunflower, the one with the big head, came tumbling down. So I'm going to have to measure it now. It's pretty heavy. I understand that we're supposed to measure from leaf to leaf, so I don't know, maybe that looks about the biggest, and that's going to be around 14 and a half. Let's err on the side of being about right. I'll go with 14 inches. I'm not sure that that's going to be enough. Yeah, no matter which way I do it, it's about 14 inches. Well, 14 inches it is, and that's my official entry. All right, now I think it's time for a beer. We've got Thanksgiving coming up in a couple of weeks' time, so I'll try and do a full update for then. Anyway, until then, cheers.